Hello, students. All right, this lesson is called Solving Equations with Variables on Both Sides. And it's a lesson that you're going to have to take really good notes on, and you may want to refer back to this, in the future, because there's a lot to it. You're going to see equations that look differently because, like the first one, you're going to see variables on both sides. Well, those are like terms. What you're looking for, each equation is going to be different. You're going to look first to see what like terms you can combine, or maybe get rid of parentheses, whatever it may be. In this case, we're going to combine like terms. So we're going to take the 3w. You want all your variables on one side and all your whole numbers on the other. So I'm going to choose to remove my 3w on this side and put it on the other side. So it's the opposite operation. I'm removing this entire group of 3w's to the other side. Cancel them out here, leaving 2. Equal sign drops down. And then I just work out my like terms. 7w's minus 3w's is 4w's. At this step, we're going to get rid of our 4 in front of w. It's being multiplied. I'm going to bring it over here to divide it. And then when I simplify, 2 fourths simplifies to 1/2. So our answer is 1/2. And you're going to have a lot of fractions. So I want you to get used to working with fractions. This one, I see 7 A's that are whole numbers, the A's, and then, that are like terms, and then whole numbers that are like terms. I'm going to start with my A's. I'm going to add 7A here, add 7A over here. It cancels out there. 5 A's and 7 A's make 12 A's. Plus 2 equals 6. Then I'm going to subtract my 2 away on both sides. And I'm going to be left with 12 A's equaling 4. And then again, I've got a 12 being multiplied, so I'm going to divide by 12. 4 twelfths will reduce to 1/3, and that's my answer. A equals 1/3. Let's go find another one. Okay. On this one, before we can combine any like terms, we have to get rid of our parentheses. That would be the first thing you want to address. And it's just distributive property. So I'm just going to write down 8s minus 10 over here. It won't change. Then I'm going to use my 3. 3 times 6 makes 18. 3 times a negative 2x makes a negative 6s. Then I'm going to bring my 6 s's over here and add them away. So they're gone there. 8 s's and 6 s's makes 14 s's. Minus 10 equals 18. That's what I have left. Now I'm going to move my 10. So it's gone here. 14s equals 18 plus 10 is 28. Then when I divide by 14, I'm going to show that a little bit. I'm going to end up with s equaling 2. And it's finished. This one has 2 sets of distributive property to work with first. So we're going to start out. 7 times n is 7n minus 7. And then this becomes negative 6, not plus. Let me get rid of that. But a negative times a positive makes it a negative 2n. Then we're going to bring our like terms over. I'm going to add 2n on this side. Just rid of it there. That becomes 9n's minus 7 equals negative 6. I'm going to add 7 over here to get rid of that. I'll be left with 9n equals positive 1. Then when you divide by 9, just leave your answer. N equals 1/9. Finished. Okay. Next set. This one has parentheses, so that's the first thing I'm going to work with. Just bring down my 7x. It's not being multiplied, the 5 is. So it'll be plus 5x minus 5 equals negative 5 plus 12x. 7x and 5x makes 12x. Minus 5 equals negative 5 plus 12x. Now, I want to see if you notice something here. Oh, I forgot my x, sorry. But I have 12 x's on both sides. I have -5 on both sides. So I want you to watch what happens. When I bring that -12x over here to get rid of it, they're gone here and they're gone there. I'm left with -5 equals -5. When you have this situation, the answer is any number. And that's what you're going to write down. When both sides equal each other, and you can cancel out to 0 equals 0, the answer is any number. And you'll see that from time to time. Okay, let's try this one now. Distributed property makes 6y minus 30 equals 20 plus 6y. Bring my 6y's over. -6y. Those are gone. Got rid of my y's. And I'm left with -30 equals 20. And here's another special situation. That's not possible. When this happens, when you have two numbers that it says they're equal but they're not, there's no solution to this problem. So your answer is no solution. And that's another special situation that might come up. Any number or no solution. You are going to see lots of fractions in your problems. Here are two examples that have fractions in them. I'm going to show you how to work with them in the form that I think is the easiest. In algebra, there's going to be many ways to solve problems. I'm going to try to show you what I feel is the easiest way. If you know another way and it works, then feel free to do that. When I look at this first problem, I see whole numbers that I can go ahead and move and combine. So I can get rid of my positive ones, leaving x over 2 equaling 1/4 x minus 7. And that's my first step. Now I've got some fractions. Anytime you have a denominator, try to get rid of it. One thing I see that's easy here is I'm going to multiply both sides by the 2, the x that's being divided by 2 here. I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. But when I say both sides, I mean this entire side has to be multiplied by 2. I can't multiply one piece. It has to be everything on that side. So when I work that out, these 2's cancel, leaving x. 2 times 1/4, those reduce to 1/2 x minus 2 times 7 is 14. Now I see a 2 or a 1/2 x. I'm going to multiply both sides again by 2. So it's going to be 2 times over here and 2 times over here. And it's this whole side that I'm multiplying. So this becomes 2x equaling x minus 28. Now I'm going to come over here and subtract my x to get rid of it. I'll be left with x equals a -28. And that's my answer. The only thing you have to remember, when you multiply one side by something, you multiply the other side, and it's everything that's in that side. We're going to see that again on this example. And this will be the last one. Just make sure you have really good notes. In this problem, what is unique and what is friendly is you'll see common denominators on all the fractions. So that's going to help us. First thing I'm going to choose to do, I'm going to subtract this 1/12 on both sides. So when I subtract 1/12 here, they cancel. When I subtract 1/12 here, I have 3/8 y left equaling 4/12 plus 5/8 y. Now, of course, 4/12 can simplify to 1/3, and we want to simplify them whenever we can. Now I'm going to take my 5/8 y and subtract it over here. Since we have common denominators, we can just add and subtract quite easily. These are gone. 3/8 minus 5/8 is a 2/8 y equaling 1/3. First thing, let's go ahead and simplify this. Instead of negative 2/8, let's make it a negative 1/4. Reduce that down. And it doesn't matter if you put the negative with the 1 or the 4 or right in front of the fraction. It doesn't matter which number it goes with. But it's being multiplied with y. So to get rid of it, I'm going to bring it over here, flip its reciprocal, and multiply. And it's a negative, so I'm going to have a negative answer. And this will turn into negative 4/3, which then creates negative 1. Well, let me get that out of the way. 1 1/3. And that's our answer. Negative 1 1/3. I know this probably is going to seem overwhelming. Just make sure you try to make sense of each step. You may have to watch this more than once, and we're going to use this for a couple of days.